All right, bam. Once again, here we go. Here we go. It's time for another riveting, exciting episode of Untitled. I'm your host, R. Jones. I also serve as moderator when possible. And joining me, as always, my man, Sir Dominic, formerly of the BX, now residing in the Carolinas. How you doing tonight, brother?
All's good, R. Let's roll, baby.
Let's roll. You already know the deal. You know, it's funny. All off before we started, we started talking about the March Madness, the NCAA. Off the top, not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. I gotta keep it a buck. I'm not really into it on that level. While it's exciting ball, I get it, but I'm old. I don't have my brain capacity is failing. All these teams, all these players, the changeover. Fault me if you will, but that's just what it is. And I'm not going to sit here and fake the funk. I will say this though: St. John's Red Storm, first time 25 years, I believe, or something like that.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And Rick Pitino, and it's funny because I'm about to talk about Rick Pitino in some crazy way. I'm gonna give you a scenario that involves the Knicks and Rick Pitino. Because you had said before, who else is out there coach-wise if they get rid of Tibbs?
That ship has sailed.
I don't know, man. The prodigal son could come home. I'm just saying. They need to kick. They might want to kick the tires on that and see what's happening.
There are those days are so over with the way the NBA is structured, and these modern day players. Nah.
You don't think so?
No, not at all. Not at all. The Knicks may need to go get Ronald McDonald so he could teach Karl Anthony Towns how to eat that Egg McMuffin. That brother is the worst defensive player I've seen.
Bro,
did you see the picture? Did you see the picture in the New York Post with Melo hugging him?
Yeah.
You know what he was telling him, right?
Play some goddamn defense?
No, he said, don't ever worry about playing defense. I became a legend in New York.
Wow.
Never playing defense.
Wow.
You know, come on. We all know Melo wasn't. No.
You know what? We know Melo wasn't. You know what? You're right. He wasn't. But I thought at best, Melo was a pretty halfway decent help defender.
All right.
Even you're not even sold on that completely yourself.
No, not at all. He was again. You are who you are.
Right.
I keep trying to explain this to Knicks fans.
Right.
If you weren't paying attention to Karl Anthony Towns when he was in Minnesota, shame on you. But at least listen to some logic of people that did. So he was never a good defensive player there. We've been over this a million times. They went and got Rudy Gobert. What did you think he was going to be when he came to the Knicks? Bill Russell?
Right. Well,
really? Come on. Sometimes you are who you are.
Listen, I get it. But in his defense, the rebounding has been like one of the
without a doubt. He's a great offensive player. But here's the thing. Because of his inability to post up, he gets very few offensive rebounds because he's always on the perimeter.
He's always on. Exactly.
God bless him. He's a pretty good shooter. But when you're the only big guy, like tonight, he had, what's his name? Miles McBride.
Yes.
Miles McBride.
No,
Bridges. Miles Bridges.
Miles
Bridges is checking you at 6'7". You can't post him. And then you can't even check their center.
Right.
You got Precious at 6'8", checking the 7'1" guy.
Exactly.
And your help defense is horrible. Horrible. So, but we'll leave that alone.
You're not cutting him no slack. No slack.
Not at all, Not. And this dude is going to be getting $61 million soon.
Ain't that something? Huh? That is amazing. Amazing.
That is criminal.
And you're not even a complete player like that.
Sorry, I hate to break. I'm a Knicks fan. You know that.
I know you die hard. Exactly.
I do not take liberty,
right,
in talking bad about a player, and I'm not. I'm just bringing to the attention of some Knicks fans that this guy's not a defensive stalwart.
No.
Let's just keep it a buck. You know, Mitchell Robinson came back, and the Knicks have helped. I think 4 or 5 of the last 6 or 5 teams to 110 or less. 2 teams under 100.
Right.
As much as we badmouth Mitch, and I will surrender, I owe him an apology letter.
Okay.
Because of what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a guy that plays zero defense to a guy that at least gave us perimeter, down low defense.
Down low.
Good offensive rebounder. And he does all the things this guy don't do. Now, again, Karl Anthony Towns could shoot. But you need more than that, in today's NBA. I'm sorry.
I think that what Tibbs should do, and I think he's done it, and you've even mentioned it, even with Brunson when he was out there. You understand? In the fourth quarter, during a game where the Knicks have the lead and they want to defend that lead, they'll have their two best offensive threats on the bench in favor of defense. Perhaps that's a strategy they should employ more.
I brought it up numerous times. So numerous podcasts.
Yes.
Listeners I've never seen it before. Serious. And me and you have been watching ball for years.
For sure.
I never saw it where you had to sit your two best offensive players.
Right.
Because we needed defense.
Right.
Normally, like even Melo, as non-defensive player as he was, they didn't pull him down the stretch.
No.
We're gonna work around this.
You're right, exactly.
But then again, there was times he had, Camby. What's the other big guy's name that were good down low defenders? He had some down low perimeter, low post defenders. Right. So we was able to hide Melo. We can't hide a 7-footer. I'm sorry, bro. It seems like it's always me picking on Karl Anthony Towns. It's just hard to defend, to hide a 7-footer.
Nah, I feel you. Hey, let me stop you for a second. We gotta welcome our brother, Mr. Live.
Your mic is live, brother.
Yeah, I had a feel. Yeah, what's going on, brother, Mr. Live?
What's happening?
I gotta ask you a question.
What up, Live?
Text message?
Big Dom.
Do you read your text messages, sir?
No, I got them all today. Yeah, and you know what? I'm gonna tell you. Right? I think I only got it because I changed the setting on my phone.
Oh, okay.
Swear, like you and it was your Texas, Dom's Texas. I wasn't getting none of them.
Oh, word? Wow.
Yeah, I wasn't getting Dom's Texas. Oh, I only got Dom's text on.
When you text me.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly. I didn't get his Texas. So, but it's like 5-6 different situations that I only started getting maybe 3 days ago. Damn. Right? I'm still son.
That's crazy, B.
I'm a young guy, but I'm an old guy. Right? You know what I'm saying? So, like some of this shit is I'm definitely a dinosaur on this, man, and I feel like, and anytime I gotta call my son. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's crazy, but I got them all today. I got them all today and the day before, so I was ready.
Okay, brother. I was like, I told Don, Don, we got to forward this link to my man real quick, because I said, because he ain't returned. I said, oh well. I said, I'll see him when I see him. I guess it's all good. It's all good.
And not to get off subject, when these guys was talking about this,
what's that?
What's up? What's up? What's up, man?
Yeah. What's that?
We're able to share links and everything via text nowadays.
Yeah, true that.
Like I text Live so that when we come, instead of me trying to sort through 2,700 emails that I never read. I just go to Live's name and hit the link that I sent
and that's
him.
And that's
it. So all this other fancy stuff, we're beyond that now, man. You can do anything. That. Y'all do it all the time, or y'all be sending links with updates and sports trades.
Exactly. All of that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I'm not like Live. I got to give my kids a lot of props, man, because they never let me. Even to this day, with the one son I have, he will never let me slip when it comes to this shit.
Wow.
Never. Yeah. He will fly here.
He makes sure you stay up on it. He makes sure you stay up on it.
Because we use it. Me,
of course.
My grandson, we all,
Of course.
So, when they have an update, I always, lay it down at night, check it in the morning. I'm always telling you, you need a new update, man.
Exactly.
The way they got the emails down.
And I'm pretty up to date and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Normally,
I got
but I didn't know. I'm like, yo. But yo, let me just say this real quick. Let's get back to this. This probably won't be a lot long show tonight, but let's get back. Let me. I like I said before before you came on live, we was talking a little bit. We got to the Knicks a little bit. We was talking about
early.
Yeah, a little early, but that's okay. We can always go back to that, of course. Call Anthony Towns. I had thrown something crazy out there, okay, in regards to mixing the NCAA with our New York Knickerbockers, and there's a lot of talk about Tibbs lately. I see a lot on social media how unhappy these people are. We need a coach. We need a coach. We need a coach. Dom himself has said, if you get rid of the guy, who are you going to bring in? Who would be available?
Right.
Now, I had said this to Dom. Dom was like, "Are you out of your mind?" I had said to Dom, let's say in the playoffs the Knicks get knocked out of the first round and they terminate him, right? But there's a guy right now that's just starting his journey with the Red Storm, St. John's, the coach, Rick Pitino. Yeah, we've been down that road before. Dom is like, that ship has sailed. I don't know. I think you got to kind of kick the tires, even if you're not successful, just to gauge some type of interest.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, go ahead. Good.
Right. So I'm absolutely positively sure that they kicking the tires now.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm positive. I'm positive. Not to say. Let me rock for a minute. All right.
No doubt.
So this is Tibbs' team, right? This is Tibbs' team to lose, right? I don't even think a first round loss. Let them lose. Like it got to be some real catastrophic shit that happen between now and the playoffs that shows that shows Leon that we at the point where we gave you every opportunity to win with your plan, right? In saying that, I think that these people in that front offices are so competent that they already got a folder on who they want to talk to. You understand? And this is the reason why, because I heard some shit last night that bugged me out. It's this cat, Fred Katz. He writes for the Atlantic.
Okay.
And he used to be I guess what we used to call a cup reporter for the Knicks, like last year before last. And he said some shit that blew my mind, and I don't know why it blew my mind, because it should be obvious. He said Tibbs is very cognizant about the weaknesses that Josh Hart brings to the team when he's in the lineup. Now, Dom know for a fact I've been harping on Hart since last year. You know what I'm saying? Love the guy, but can't stand this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like every the reason why we lose has a lot to do with how teams play off of him and what he does to the rotation when that ball is moving. You understand what I'm saying? So it affects our shot ability. It affects motion. It affects rhythm, all kind of shit, because he can't shoot. And not that he can't shoot, but he won't shoot.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So you got OG Anunoby out there who can't shoot but will shoot, right? And again, it feels better because even though he missed that shot, it's okay, we can recover, we can get back on defense. When he get the Hart, he's pump faking and holding it, or pump faking and diving and bringing everybody else in. Anyway, I'm off the subject.
Wow.
If Tibbs knows that, right? If Tibbs knows this, right? And if a layman like myself, because I'm no coach, no professional, you know what I'm saying? Boom. If I know that and Tibbs knows that, then Leon and them know that. What we see is a very possible first round exit. Very possible.
Yeah.
So my backup question to ours question would be, if you fire Tibbs, you got to fire Leon Rose. He put this shit together. He put this together, guys. He's the one that extended Josh Hart. He's the one that traded, and I'm not going to harp on it because y'all know how I feel about draft picks. He's the one that traded 5 first-round draft picks for Mikal Bridges.
Yes.
He's the one that traded DiVincenzo and Randall for Karl Anthony Towns. He's the one that re-signed Precious Achiuwa. He's the one that traded, whether you like them or not, RJ Barrett and quickly for OG Anunoby. And then you give him a damn max contract.
Okay.
Now, if we're going to sit back and say, well, Live put a gun to his head and said, you better make all these moves or else.
Right.
Okay. That's kind of hard for me to believe because we waited this long for Leon Rose to do something. And I'm not going to say spectacular. And I think what's happening, especially with writers live, because you're not on Twitter that often. These beat writers and these writers for the Atlantic and the whatever, they're taking clues and cues from people on Twitter. When I hear somebody say, well, this reporter said, I've read it from 1,000 Knicks fans on Twitter. The ones that constantly keep moving the goalpost. The ones that actually root against their team so they can prove a narrative that they've been running for 4 years. You know, my boy Mentality broke it down real great when he was on our show, the Bleed Blue show last week.
Right.
The Knicks have been to the playoffs 4 out of 5 years under Thibodeau. The Bulls have won 1 playoff game since he left. Guys, I'll tell you, man, I didn't think for a couple of reasons. One, the continuity of these guys being together for now, I think 70 games, 69, 70 games. I knew that would be a factor.
Yeah.
Then I looked at what Live is saying. I think me and Live have talked about this numerous times. Josh Hart is not a starter.
No, right. I'm not at all. Right. Yeah.
Okay. We all agree on that. We all agree on that.
But I always look at the other side, guys. Like, okay, who's going to start over him? Now, there's that one option. Go Minnesota Timberwolves routine. Play Mitch and Cat together because that damn sure helped Cat with his non-defensive playing ass. Now you could just have Bridges playing the 2, OG playing the 3, Towns playing the 4, Bitch playing the 5. Okay.
Right.
Now you got Hart coming off the bench where he will be as productive but in a different role because now you got him. You got Deuce McBride. We'll cross our fingers because Precious Achiuwa, he will not be a Knick next year. I guarantee you he will not be a Knick next year. I'm sorry. There will be quite a few guys that won't be Knicks next year as long as we keep our core and do what all these other teams are doing and add pieces to our core.
Right.
But again, there are so many things that we had the conversation before Live came on. You can't hide Karl Anthony. You cannot hide a 7-footer on defense. You can't do it. And he sucks. He sucks at defense, guys. This is coming from me, the ultimate.
No, he's the worst. He's the worst.
He cannot play. He cannot play defense. He cannot play perimeter, down low, rotate. He is just a non-defensive factor to every degree.
Right.
But you can't hide him because where you going to put him?
Right.
Put Mitchell Robinson in that center. We'll at least get offensive rebounds. A down low presence. Mitch is not good on the perimeter, but who cares? We got OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges, who we spent millions of dollars on. Let them chase the perimeter because that's their job.
Right.
You got Mitch to protect the rim. Karl Anthony Towns, get the rebound, bro. Just get the rebound, and I don't care what you do. Bring it up, court, pass it to the point guard. I don't care. Just stay away from anybody playing defense down low. Don't get in nobody's way.
Right.
And maybe it's sad, guys. We've been saying this shit all year. How do you have your 2 best offensive players on the bench?
This is what we was talking about earlier.
In crunch time. You can't keep them on the court playing defense. You've seen how our points per game against have gone down since 1, we got Mitch. 2, since Brunson has not been in the lineup. Forgive me for saying this, guys. I always say I am a Knicks fan. I am not rooting for that kind of shit.
Right.
I would not. We said it last week. Somebody wake me up, bro, because I cannot remember ever seeing this before. where your two offensive players are on the bench in crunch
Right.
time because they can't play defense.
Yeah, this is a fact.
Now, like me and R said live before you came on, and I know you're a Melo guy. Melo was probably the worst defensive player I ever saw before Karl Anthony Towns. But the Knicks never took him out the game down the stretch for defensive
because
reasons.
he wasn't that bad.
Yeah, he was. Yes, he
wasn't. He was bad. I'm not. Look, you're not gonna get me on here to besmirch the guard, man. You're not gonna do that.
Two things Carmelo
not gonna do that.
Carmelo Anthony could not play defense, and he could not pass the ball.
Bro, I will ride with you, right? Up until I will ride with the bad defense.
He was Earl Monroe, but he couldn't play defense, and he never passed the ball. To me, guys, he's probably one of the greatest offensive players in NBA history.
Of course, right?
He was a great scorer. I'll even go that far. He was a great scorer. He wasn't a great offensive player because he didn't know how to pass the ball. He got very few offensive rebounds. This is his stats, guys. This ain't me talking.
Yeah, he got his own offensive rebounds.
2 assists his whole life. I mean, he was a great scorer. You wouldn't dare take him out the game, guys, because
okay, so look, right? He was bad, right? He was bad. Melo. He was bad as a defensive player. He was bad. He was bad, right?
Yes.
He wasn't bad enough that you needed to take him out. Is my point.
Right.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? It's right. That's the train I'm gonna ride with y'all on. You know what I'm saying? As soon as y'all talk about he was any worse, I'm off that train.
It's easier to hide a small forward than it is to hide a 7-footer. You can't hide a 7-footer on defense.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, you can't.
Listen, Live.
We can hide Melo because he had good down low defenders.
Yo, Live. I gave your boy Melo a compliment. I said, it drove Dom crazy. I said, listen, I agree, he was bad, but at best, I thought he was a halfway decent help defender.
Yeah, at best. Listen.
Hey, I'm not going to argue with you guys.
You know what I'm saying? I say this all the time in defense of my men, right?
Right.
Show me the game where somebody put 30 on that nigga. Right?
Oh,
show me the game that somebody put. Show me that put 25 on him. Right?
On him?
That's
there was plenty of times that happened.
I need to see it. I'm watching the game right now. I watch every game.
All right.
Right? I watch every game. Yeah. Every all of them, son. I watched the one with the year that we lost. I mean, we won 17 games. I watched all of them. Watched all them losses.
Okay. Let me understand what I'm saying. Let me throw a name out there. Brother.
Sure.
All right. And hopefully, and it's probably I'm hoping it's the right era, but there's a guy named Chandler Parsons.
I remember Chandler Parsons.
What did he drop 30 on?
Chandler Parsons?
Chandler Parsons in the Garden of all places.
Drop 30 on him.
Not on him.
Yes, on him.
He didn't drop it on him.
All right, Live. All right. Let's just put it this way, Live.
I remember Chandler Parsons was nice.
Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, okay.
Hold up, Live. Carmelo Anthony, 6'7", 238 pounds, 22.5 points a game, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. That's his career.
Right. Right, but look at his assists. Look at his assists when he's with the Knicks.
2 assists a night.
No, that's not true.
Okay, go ahead.
Not when he with the Knicks.
I'll let you talk while I look at the Knicks stats.
Not when he with the Knicks.
All right, I'll look
when
at
he
it.
with the Knicks.
Oh, what was it? About 5, 6?
No,
it's about 5. It's about 5.
His highest assist rating on the Knicks was 2015, 2016, 4 assists.
That was the highest?
That's about 5.
I'm looking at it right now, guys. 3, 3.5, 2.6, 3.1, 3.1, 4.2, 2.9, 1.3.
Okay.
He wasn't, guys, like I said, He's probably the
greatest. It wasn't a point. And matter of fact, that 4 probably was when bum ass Phil Jackson was trying to do that point forward crap. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever it is, I mean, his career in a nutshell, guys. You can slice it any way you want it. That's what I always try to tell people. They have the word average for a reason. That's what you average during a season, a career, whatever. They take your high, your low, your mid, and they come up with 2.7 assists a night. He wasn't a passer, guys. He was a great scorer.
I'm not.
He was a great scorer.
That's not the point. I'm arguing his bum ass defense. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we know that was a fact.
I mean, and I'm saying I'm not gonna stand on no no cipher, on no train, on no bus, in no picket line, no protest, talking about how good Carmelo Anthony was as a defender. That's not
right. No,
we're not doing it.
No.
And as much as I love that dude, I'm not doing that. But
you know what I always liked about him though? One, he wasn't afraid to take that shot.
You got that.
Whether that shot went in or not, he was not afraid to take that shot.
No,
he wasn't. And unfortunately, the best year he had as a Knick, the only year they made it to the second round in 100 years and lost to Indiana when his shot got blocked, he happened to be around. And I told my son this. My son was high as hell. Dad, they're going to the final. I said, Dominic, they got too many old guys. That shit, the wheels are going to come off this train sooner or later.
Yeah, that first year,
and
man.
What happened? There goes Thomas. He went down. Kidd went down. All the old guys started, biting the bullet. And then all of a sudden, here we are up against Indiana, who, if we played those guys if those guys played the way they did in the beginning of the year, because I think we ended up the second seed that year. Ain't no way in hell Indiana's beating us. With who? Paul George? And what's his name? The guy that blocked. The guy that blocked. Yeah, Hibbert. They're going to beat the Knicks? Really? With that team?
Nah.
We had a point guard. We had shooters. We had Melo. We had defense. Well, no way in hell they should have beat us. But that age, I used to joke with my Knicks. Geriatric Knicks. Sooner or later.
There you go. And that's what it was. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Hell of a year, guys. It was the first time they got out the first round since Patrick Ewing left in 1999, 2000.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Well,
and guess what, guys? They never got to the second round again until Tom Thibodeau. So again, I'll be honest, guys. I love the Knicks. I just didn't think this was their year. This is not a get out of jail free card. Yeah. I did not think this was their year because of all the pieces they added. Yeah, and then you look at what they did, guys. And this, I hope Leon Rose learns from this. When you start getting those throw-in players with the vet minimums and whatever we call it, guys, there's got to be some better due diligence when we get them.
Okay.
I hate to say it, Shamit. Come on, guys. He's not the guy he once was. Precious Achua, I can't even say he's not the guy he once was because he was never that guy. Campaign's going to give you heart and hustle.
Yeah.
Right.
But what else do you expect from him, guys? Come on. Knick fans are going, oh, this guy, Diabart, whatever his hell his name is, the rookie point guard, they should be getting more minutes than Earl Monroe. When you start doing that shit, guys, you're reaching. You're reaching because that tells me that this roster wasn't going to get past the second round. And for those Knicks fans that, they got to the second round last year, it's Eastern Conference or Finals or bust. No, it's not, guys. No, Come on, stop.
Who do you blame for that?
Who do you blame for that? Getting out the second round, fellas.
But I'm just saying, who do you blame for that?
You can't, again, if you want to start laying blame and you want to lay blame after 69 games, God bless you. Seriously. Because I brought it up to you guys a million times. Denver, Milwaukee, Boston, Cleveland. All of these teams that have accentuated their rosters kept their core. Right. And every one of them won a chip. Don't get it twisted, guys. Golden State should have never beat Boston. Boston froze. Jason Tatum had, 100 fucking turnovers in a playoff series?
Exactly.
What happened to them? They weren't ready, guys. But now in year 7, they didn't strike gold, guys. They got better. The team was built around them. They kept the core players, and come on, man. I'm not making this shit up. Denver did it. Milwaukee did it.
Right.
Cleveland's doing it. OKC is doing it. It's not a coincidence, guys. That it's, again, if you want to throw in the towel, fold your tent after 69 games because you thought they was what, a conference finals or bust team. God bless you, man. That's your that's your hill you want to die on. I'm not going to go against you. You're a fan like me.
Right.
I just didn't think, guys, honestly. I think we talked about this live at the beginning of the year on the Bleed Blue show. There was expectations, but when you actually looked at the roster, come on, guys, really?
You have to be realistic. You have to be realistic.
Really, so, at the end of the day, and I was realistic, guys, due to cohesion, time together. If we keep Towns, Brunson, Anunoby, and Bridges, if we keep those four, even if we got to get rid of a Josh Hart, a Deuce McBride, Mitchell Robinson, if we keep those four and build around, learn from what we did this year, then I will say, okay, these four have been together more than 69 games. We'll be into another season. So then I will start saying it's something or bust. I ain't going to say championship because, again, guys, these other teams who have kept their team together, it's not a coincidence that two of them have the best record in the NBA. Is it a coincidence? I don't know. I doubt it.
Nah, so
it could have been Minnesota if they kept Karl Anthony Towns.
Right. So I don't think.
Good, live.
Right. So again, I don't. Unless you're talking about, these ESPN cats or these Facebook, Knicks for life or whatever you're talking about, these corny, like right. I don't think, again, we got to shake of the dice that we could win a championship. My thing was, I would love with this team. I would love to see the Eastern Conference Finals. Maybe that was a stretch.
This year.
Yeah. Well, yeah. All right. Maybe that was a stretch, but I did say, and I think I said it with you guys. I know I said it with Bleed Blue. I knew that the chemistry was going to be a problem when the trade was made.
Okay. So you want the Karl Anthony one?
Both of them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Both of them. You can't, to Dom's point, you can't get rid of that many people, you know what I'm saying? And call it a team. Right? You can't do that, Like I mean you could call it a team, right? But what's the expectation? Right. Again, the only thing I you know what I'm saying I'm a bite back on is like, I think Tibbs, and this is the reason why I'm sure he won't be fired, is because I believe this year is a pressure cooker. We know who the call are. Dawn made it clear, right? Let's play. Let's play. We're not going to do it this year. This is a 3-4 year run, maybe even 5. Let's play, right? We gonna have the benefit of now we one of the favorite teams in the league. We're not gonna be, like Toxic Island where free agents don't want to come and cats don't want to play. We'll be able to get some vet minimums and some cats that choose to want to be in New York. So we'll be fine next year. This year,
I believe that.
Okay. Yeah. This year, for me, is coaching, which is what we've been talking about. And what kind of job is Tibbs going to do, right? Like Shaman is a 41% career shooter, right? He got hurt. That might be the reason why he looks so bad on them curls. All right. Either way, we just finding out now that he ain't got it. Why? Because Tibbs ain't playing. Right? After he got hurt, we finding out Tibbs ain't paying. right? We finding out now that Chewy is allergic to the rim, right? He can't shoot no three, right? And he's not as good as we thought. Why? Because Tibbs is not playing him, right? And we could go down the line, right? I'm like, yo, why not play Cam more, right?
Right.
We now know why not we don't play Cam more, because he get you hard. What you say, Dom? He get spirit, right? You know what I'm saying? He's a tough player, but he's not. Right. He's not that guy, right? But we you know what I'm saying? We finding out that now at the end of the year, after somebody hurt, after 2 people hurt, after 3 people hurt, you understand what I'm saying? It's Tibbs's MO since he got here, right? So what happens next year where the holes are filled? We get us a power forward that shoot a 3, right? We get somebody in that 2 spot like DiVincenzo, right? We get, and that's the 2 only spots that I'm looking at, right? I'm looking. If we could patch that up right there, Tibbs' life is easier. You know what I'm saying? Get somebody that cover Cat's mishaps, his non-defensive positions and everything, and we can have, the benches still be crazy, but we can get people on the bench. We can get a 6-man to cover that. Is Tibbs gonna play him?
So this is
here's the thing, guys.
This is an experimentational year.
Yeah,
this is experimentation
all the time. When you guys start talking numbers, I got to do what I did to y'all last week. Somebody tell me what you think. How many minutes Precious Achiuwa has been averaging this year on the New York Knickerbockers?
Probably about 20, 24.
Exactly.
I would say about
exactly.
Really?
You're right.
Really?
20, yeah. 21, I think. 20.45.
I had about 5 minutes less.
So again, at 21 minutes, is he that guy live? Without us picking on,
I kind of thought
the coach.
I swear to God, Ma was saying he wasn't.
Is he the guy that you're really going to give 21 minutes to, guys?
No, he's not. He's not. He's
this
absolutely
is what I mean
not.
about the roster, guys. The Knicks blew a couple of good opportunities.
Okay, Dom, let me cut you off for one quick second. Do you do it? Right, my bad, baby.
No.
Do you do it? Do you not give him minutes at the detriment of playing a often hurt small forward at power forward for the whole year? Just because he sucked, and you already know you're doing a pressure cooker situation, right? Why not delegate those minutes? So at least, because again, you know what I'm saying? If you're going, we doing the pressure cooker thing, and are we still, earmarks trying to win, or are we trying to build chemistry?
But not to cut you off, live, but let's look at what's been happening. Precious Achiuwa, let's round up, is averaging 21 minutes a game. Who do you think he was coming in for most of those 21 minutes?
When he got back, he was coming in for OG.
No, he was coming in for Towns, but there's no defensive ass. I will give Precious that.
Okay.
Again, you saw it tonight if you're watching the game. They got Precious Achiuwa, who's at best, I don't want to lie, 6'8". Guarding a 7-footer.
Yeah, right. 6'7", 6'8".
Towns is running around. Now, I could see if Precious was checking a 7-footer and Karl Anthony Towns was cheating and they weren't getting blow-by offensive layups. He wasn't doing that. So, again, you got Precious Achiuwa out there for 21 and a half minutes a night backing up this clown that can't play no defense. Forgive me for saying this, guys. It is what it is. He's in the game when Towns ain't in the game because Towns can't check nobody. Again, we had a 6'6" Mikal Bridges block a 7'1" Vukovic's layup to win a game while Karl Anthony Towns was on the bench.
Right.
Help me make sense to that. Guys, make me understand that shit.
You can.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. No. Yeah, I mean,
and Bridges is what, 6'6"? Achiuwa is 6'8".
Maybe. Right.
This dude's 7 feet. And he can't check. Look what that dude did to him last night. A guy, I can't even say this.
I can't. Exactly.
Name.
Exactly.
I can't even say his
name. I thought we would have talked about that because they out there giving him a parade for that 34 points.
No, that's in 19 minutes, right?
You all realize this guy is from New York?
No.
New York. So I'm assuming he's from Manhattan.
No.
Yes. I don't even know how to say his name, guys. And
I never heard of the guy. I
know he cooked Carl Anthony Towns.
Mama Abuela, something like that.
I have no clue.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way, he knew, or the way the story goes, not Precious. What's his name? The big clock. Flavor Flav.
Right.
Somehow Flav knew him and his family from New York. Hence the reason Flav was in San Antonio last night.
Right.
Wow.
Figure that shit out, guys.
Wow.
I never heard of this guy. You saw him. I can't say his name.
But again, the reason why he got off is to your point, his defense was so bad. He left him out to like he was out there shooting just practice shots.
Exactly.
I was pissed off.
Even he couldn't even believe the results that he put up there.
Yeah, no, he was killing us.
He was killing
and
him,
actually,
he was like,
I mean, like if I'm honest, man, maybe it might have been 5 straight plays where Chris Paul targeted this guy. Right. Like he ran and got him 34 points. Like it was crazy.
How you have 34 points in 19 minutes?
Exactly.
13 for 14 from the field, 7 for 7 from 3-point land.
That dude was unconscious.
Make that shit make sense to me, guys.
No, and again, man, I hope I'm not sounding like I'm the defender of all good with the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? But it has to be a way, like you don't make a trade like that, right? Because again, I'm looking at it and I'm going, like, we stuck with JB and him for the duration. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so let's jump on something else. I know that there might be 3 players that's untouchable, right? And you're gonna bug out when I say Bridges, right? Only because you paid so much money for him. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, you know what I'm saying? Like, who's out of here?
It might be him live.
I think so.
You do know they got to re-sign him this year.
But that's that. Okay, so you saying trade him on a contract? Yeah,
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying.
I mean,
no, I agree. I'm not mad at it.
Get him with a high cost.
Remember, Towns' contract balloons to like $61 million.
Yeah,
I don't know how much Brunson's getting, but he got extended, so he's got to be making in the 20s. Anunoby got a max contract. How are you fitting all of this? Unless, again, I believe these guys are going to find a way to work around these aprons and tablecloths and napkins and all this shit. But they're going to find a way to circumventilate this. But that being said,
he was an expensive piece to get here, and I'm referring.
I understand. I do, and I'm not going to be that guy that's going to say, you know what, we gave up 5 junior high school people, and now he's not on our team because. Come on, guys. I know me and Live, Bees, Live. Y'all call him Shamik. I call him Craig. We were scratching our heads when they gave Anunoby that contract.
Of course.
Yeah.
Serious. We were scratching our heads, guys. Come on. Let's keep it a buck.
Yeah.
And you're going to give what? You're going to give Bridges something close to that? Because here's the trick, guys. Believe it or not, Bridges is averaging more points than Anunoby, and Anunoby's averaging what he always averaged his whole career, 16 points a night. And you gave this guy a fucking max contract.
Yep.
Right.
Because he was going to be, what, Dennis Rodman on defense?
Right.
Serious, guys. Some of these things, again, you got to look at Leon Rose, guys. He's the one that did this. You traded your 2 young players to get, first of all, thank God it ain't happened this year, an off-injured ball player who was actually injured in the playoffs. Who you actually, after that, gave a max contract to.
Right.
So now you got Bridges, who everybody's going to say what are saying, and rightfully so. Don't get me wrong.
No doubt. I'm just
5
saying.
draft picks for this guy, and you had him for what, a year?
Right.
I understand that's going to be a hard pill to swallow.
It is.
I'll tell you what, fellas,
make no mistake.
This is between me, you live, and anybody that's listening.
Right.
I will bite that bullet.
I want them to bite that bullet.
Yeah, right. Then to give him $31 million a year or $30 million a year. Come on, guys, serious.
If you don't bite, right? Like if you don't bite the bullet, then we stuck with Josh Hart.
You're stuck with him already because they extended him last year, live.
Yes, but again, here go now we biting a whole clip now, right? We biting the whole clip now because he can't be on the floor. Like I don't know, like there's nothing, right? If Melo was as obvious as a defender, you know what I'm saying, as that, then y'all gotta see that Josh Hart is a liability on the floor. Got to. Y'all can't tell me that he is not the one. That dude is Marcus Smart 2.0. Wow. we can look at him now. They not playing this motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying?
Wow.
No team in the league guards him. And now they do this analytical nerd boy bullshit where they do the corners, right? They play the corners of the paint wherever he's at, right? So they don't get called for the 3 seconds. So it's an eternal fucking it's an eternal defense where they don't get called. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. It's bananas. And so I'm going, he got to go, right? If he don't go, we got to get a whole starter at the 2. Somebody that the defense respects and that can space that floor. Right? Then we got to get a power forward that protects Cat. Right? And his undefensive ass.
Yes.
Right? So again, all of that is that, you know what I'm saying? That's 2-3 bullets right there. Because Josh got to go, right? And Bridges got to go. And then the whole rest of the damn the whole bench, right? Because we just said Shaman ain't gonna stay, right?
No.
Like you know what I'm saying? Cam definitely ain't gonna stay because Kolick is up next. You know what I'm saying?
The downside to all that live is what I've been preaching all year. That means you're reversing this cycle, and we're going back to the wheels on the bus go round and round with a new roster every year.
Right.
That throws away the continuity, that throws away the cohesion, and we're back to being the Knicks of 6 years ago.
Right.
Going back.
So yeah, you might as well get rid of the coach and go back to that shit. A new coach every other year, have 5 coaches in 6 years, 1,700 different starting lineup. Yeah, if you want to go back to that. And again, guys, we may have to go back to that because of, money.
Right.
I hate to say it, but I just want to know how they're going to make this happen, guys. How are you going to keep Mikal Bridges? Is he going to take some down low contract, guys, like pennies to the dollar?
Right. I agree, but they cosmetics show that they pulled the trigger on that OG shit because they spent that money.
Well, they pulled that. Right, they did that shit live. Forgive me for saying
they gave away RJ and
quickly. Exactly. Now again, now to R's point, now we spin the wheels a new year, and we're in the same boat with Bridges. How do we defend getting rid of 5 picks?
I didn't fucking take the bullet. Eat the bullet. Eat the clip.
Sometimes you got to take one to the team,
black,
bro.
You know what I'm saying? Blackout 300. You know what I'm saying? Eat that whole shit.
Unless he's going to sign for like 18, 20 mil a year.
He's not.
If that fits under the
apron.
Think that's
going to happen.
He's not. Because you can tell us, you can tell us, Don.
More than that?
I mean, but he's going to be worth 100 and something to somebody.
Yep.
Well, his stats is terrific this year.
Right.
Terrific. He's playing out of his mind. Right? On any other team, with the stats that Bridges got, I mean, we see the inconsistencies, so we like fuck that dude. You know what I'm saying, right? But any team that need a prototypical, right? Because again, he might have been the motherfucker that started this lanky 3-and-D shit, right? So you know what I'm saying? It's we can give him, right? The Spurs can give him 125 mil, 200, close to 200. Right?
Oh
It's teams out there that's gonna do it. Right? And I'm not saying just because of that we keep him. I'm saying, listen, trade him. Like you said, don't trade. Look, get what you can get, and let's move on. We made a mistake.
I don't think the Knicks even pushed the envelope with Anunoby. It's like they just jumped into this max contract.
I believe that.
What were they afraid that Philly was going to sign him?
Yeah.
Question.
Yeah, Philly was on it
because you traded
Philly
two
was
of your
on
young
it.
players.
I got a question for y'all.
Yes,
mm-hmm.
Between this year's squad and last year's squad, would they have been better off just retaining Randall and Devo?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. You know what? Come on, guys. Okay. Come on, guys. We were all around last year talking to each other. We were like, man, you know what? We did pretty good for all the injuries. Let's say we run this back and everybody's healthy and right? I mean, didn't we say that? And then all of a sudden,
no doubt.
One morning, and Randall, who was our muscle, and DiVincenzo, who was our lightning in a bottle coming off the bench or starting from the perimeter, they're gone.
Right.
And we have Mikal Bridges and Karl Anthony Towns. We don't have Grimes. I can see that. We gave Grimes the keys to the shooting guard.
Right.
He couldn't start the car, but he got to go.
Right.
Quickly and Barrett, they was a product of Quickly. One was a product of a contract, and God bless him, he got one. He wasn't going to get a contract with the Knicks. He wasn't going to be a starting point guard.
Right, and he shouldn't have. Not with what he's doing out there. He shouldn't.
So and guess what? Before the Knicks traded RJ, he got a $30 million a year contract. So these guys were winners. I mean, they won individually. They ain't going to win shit collectively, but they won individually.
Right.
Obi Toppin is still, I don't care if he scores 34 points every 30 games. He's still Obi Toppin. He stands in the corner, don't get no rebounds, can't play no defense, and he'll get a dunk every now and then. Okay, fine. We gave up him. And at the end of the day, guys, everything we gave up, I think we should have stopped before we got rid of Randall and DiVincenzo.
Yeah, because everything we need now is what those two bought.
Right.
Exactly.
We could have still got Anunoby. We could have still traded for Mikal Bridges. And guess what? I think the Knicks were probably thinking down the road without even, maybe playing the cards that they weren't going to re-sign Randall. So, again, you're not going to re-sign him for, let's say, $30 million a year, but you're willing to give this guy that can't play no defense, can't box out on offense, you're going to end up giving him $61 million pretty soon.
Right.
The math ain't mathing, guys. I'm just saying.
I'm saying they probably looked at Boston too.
You just re-signed DiVincenzo. So at least he walked away with a couple of bucks in his pocket. I will say that. But I think that really hurt the Knicks. And I think, honestly, guys, let's not forget, Minnesota went to the conference finals last year.
Exactly.
Right.
You think they go to the conference finals this year?
No, sir.
No, absolutely not.
The Lakers, whatever shot they had, the Lakers done took that.
That
was it.
Or Houston.
Or Denver. Or Houston.
I think Houston. I said this shit before the year started, and Steve's still laughing. I told Steve, Houston ain't going to be no play-in this year. Now, did I think they was going to be a 2 or 3 seed? No. I just knew they weren't going to be no play-in. Again, because they brought all these young guys up together. You go say what you want about his extracurricular activity. You went and landed one of the best coaches in the last 5-6 years in the NBA, who could have won that ship with Boston without a doubt. Easily. Now he's coaching the Rockets, and guess what, guys? I said this before. They took on his personality. When he called LeBron a bitch last year, the Rockets never stopped ascending because they bought into what he was doing. Then you go get this Amen Thompson to go with all these young players and more young players. They got 8 guys, fellas, that are averaging double figures, and they're all under 23 years old. Help me understand that shit. Yeah, 8 guys under 23 that average over 10 points a night. That's weird, guys. That's weird shit, man.
Nah, you know what's fucked up right now? Talking to you guys.
What's that, brother?
Son, we not gonna fuck around. And make that first round, B. Not the way they look tonight.
Detroit.
Oh, yeah, they look
not the way they look tonight.
Horrible tonight.
And they might lose to the 2 worst teams in the NBA back to back.
You know what though? Detroit look crazy right now.
Oh my God,
Detroit.
I'm still thinking about it, guy. If you and Steve don't want to ante up, man, I'm gonna call.
Yeah, no. I'm looking at that like that might be a possibility, man.
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
Game 3, Detroit.
Yeah, that might be a good look.
For sure.
Yeah,
I'm just saying we better start thinking now before them fucking tickets.
Nah, that's right.
Because guys, even a regular season game, wherever the Knicks are playing, the tickets go up at least 45-50%.
Yeah, of course. They got to. Right.
So you can imagine what a playoff game
game is gonna look like. Right.
Oof. And we got. You know what, guys? Flying to Detroit, buying a ticket, probably spending the night in a hotel. Probably still be less than getting a ticket.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna spend the night. Yeah, no, I'm
gonna still less than a ticket at the Garden.
You damn right.
Ain't that some shit?
I can like I went, this season and whatnot, or a little earlier. Man, we talking about $4 and change per ticket.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
Per ticket. And I had decent seats. I wasn't obviously on a court or
right.
But I was in the 100 section. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I was in.
Me and Dominic was in the 100 section. I think it was game 3 in Miami.
Okay.
And we only paid.
That was wow.
We paid $2 something for 2 tickets.
Yeah,
not bad.
Oh, for 2?
Not for the 100 section. Yeah, for 2 tickets. Wow. $212 for 2 tickets.
Wow.
How was the seat?
Man. Matter of fact, I almost broke even because I paid $118 to fly round trip.
Right.
My son treated me good that time. I only paid for the ticket, and I left my car at the airport. He I bought dinner one night, me, him, and my grandson. I bought dinner that night. My son bought all the rest of the food. We went to this nice restaurant in Miami before the game.
That's dope.
He was like, Dad, you know what? For a 3-day trip, man, this is the best time I had with you in years.
Right.
Man.
So we were supposed to go to Atlanta, but now his uncle is coming here to Fayetteville. His grandson is turning 1 or 2. So we all want to, support the fam and we'll see. I'd rather go to Atlanta than come to some 2-year-old birthday party, guys, to be honest. Shit. I'm just saying, man. I love my boy Russ, but come on, man. I'd rather be in Atlanta watching a basketball game. I'm already plotting the baseball season. August 3rd, I'll be in Miami. Yankees, Miami, 4:10 start.
Okay.
$58 a ticket. Not bad.
That's dope. Yeah, that's crazy.
Then I'm going to come to New York. And hopefully I round up some of you Yorkies.
I'll be there. I'll be there.
The City Field or Yankee Stadium. This is the year. I ain't putting it off.
I'll be there. Yeah, I'll be there, brother.
You let me know. I'm putting it off.
I'll be there. Guys.
I ain't see a Yankee game since Craig Nettles.
You need to drive your ass to.
Damn, dude. Are you serious?
What?
Willie Randolph. I used to see a game too.
Live. You need to drive your ass to my house, park your car, and me and you go to New York together.
Exactly.
But you know what? Live's more. I don't know if he chilled out, but Live is a driving. I can't drive like him. That brother.
Yeah, no. I do. Me and I-95 is friends. Yeah.
Matter of fact, I can park my car and you can drive.
Right.
Live
Exactly.
likes that driving shit on.
There you go.
Yeah. I mean, it's out of necessity, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like I my brother is the drive lover. You know what I'm saying? But
not to get off sports.
Yeah, but I'll do it. Yeah, I'll
Live
do it.
calls me one day. I hear all this noise in the background. Yo, what's up, Live? Where you at? I'm in Brooklyn. They're fixing my car stereo. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
went all the way to Brooklyn to get his car
because these cats up here is thieves, man. And you know what I'm saying? Like I gotta have a bass bottom, man. I put a bowl system in my shit. So you gotta have the bass bottoms, man. Yeah, and they don't know how to they doing it on country guitars. They don't know how to EQ the systems to 808s. You know what I'm saying? Like so I had to go back up top and get one of my Dominican people.
Ari's calling me from South Carolina. Yo, I made it home. I'm like, this motherfucker.
Yeah. That drive
too,
ain't shit. That's a straight shot. That from here to New
York. Actually from here.
From here to New York. Yeah.
How long we talking about travel wise?
I made it at 9 one time.
It's about 8 from here. It's about 8.
But it's 11. You know what I'm saying? It's 11. Yeah. Like if you're doing legal speeds, you know what I'm saying? Again, look, 77 all the way get you from here to New York. 77 to get you here in about 10 hours, 10 and a half hours. If you don't hit no real major traffic, you know.
You know the only part Live I don't like. I hate them for getting off the sports, but that Alexandria, Virginia part from Quantico to that bridge.
Horrible.
From Virginia, that shit is always backed up. I don't know why. I don't care what time of day it is. For some reason, that shit is just Lord have mercy.
I know it was all that construction going on, but
that
then
too. Yeah, remember they were building them new lanes and
right. And then, so it's a little clear. It's a little clearer these days. Yeah.
And the two fast lanes are closed. Y'all had
Always
shit closed for like 2 years.
Why would they be
lanes that y'all built are closed?
I've actually been doing that for about 7-8 years, and I've never ran in that motherfucker, and it was open.
No, me either.
Like if you got all the time when my mother you could only go in there if you got 4 or 5 passengers and some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bullshit.
But
it ain't never open.
I will take it back in a New York minute. If my mom was still, I used to go every 4 to 5 months. I had to try to map it out so that I would get to PA. Basically, I could never go there mid-November to like early April because of the weather and the snow and the Poconos. So I had to get all my trips in before that. And I kind of miss it, man. You know, me and my son, we used to get in the car and just, matter of fact, my other son was still living in PA. So I had my son, my mother. It was pretty cool. You know, we all hang out together. All that changed. You know, my son died, my mother died. I mean, now I have no reason to go there. But I am coming to New York this year, guys.
Well, let me know, brother. Let us know.
I got only a handful of stadiums left, and
come on now.
Happens to be 2 of them.
Exactly. You can do both.
That's
you know what I'm saying? You can do both. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. You know?
They have 6.5 minutes left, and they down by 12.
It's horrible right now.
Are y'all watching?
Yeah, they look bad. It's not even a like they don't look better than these sub 500 teams. That's my like I'm looking at these dudes, man, and every time they lose a player, the ability to get a shot gets worse. Yeah. Like these dudes they don't have a way to make an easy shot. Like they pick and roll defense is horrible. That drop defense, whoever invented that shit needs to be shot.
Trash.
You understand what I'm saying? Like trash. I'm like, this shit is trash. And I'm gonna tell you from the Spurs game last night.
Right.
We don't have passers.
No.
We don't have passes. But Chris Paul ate us for breakfast. Like he killed us. You know what I'm saying? Right. And he had that mama dude looking like a fucking all-star. He had him looking like an all-star.
He's showing up there.
And you know what? You know what's weird? Because the Knicks are playing Charlotte, I can only get the Charlotte feed. Because they're the local team. So
so you hear the Homer announcers.
Yeah, which I like. They're kind of fun. You know, Del Curry and his partner. They're fun, but
nobody ain't told you I can't stand Mike Breen. I can't stand Mike Breen.
You can't stand Mike Breen?
Damn.
Mike Breen is a national announcer, right? As much as he waxed poetic about his love for the Knicks,
right?
I need prejudice when you call. I need to hear the Homer stuff. It is very even Steven. Like and again, I'm not saying he's wrong, right? But I don't want to hear that shit. Like I don't want to hear, oh, he double dribbled. Why are you dry snitching on your own people? Like, stop doing that.
That's what they're paying them big bucks, live shit.
No, I dig it. I mean, him. Listen, I'm just when I listen to Charlotte's announcers, pro Charlotte all game.
That's it. Yeah. All game.
Pro Charlotte all game, and I love that.
His son plays for the Hornets now.
No, I've seen him. Yeah, no.
He plays for the Hornets.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird, guys. It's weird. I mean, we're still talking, but like, I can't wait to see what happens next year, guys. Yeah. With no more TNT, with ESPN and ABC's games being cut, and we get some new blood, man. I want to.
We need it.
Yeah, I don't want to say let's go back to the way it was in the 90s, but I want to hear them talk basketball. Exactly. I'm tired of the jokes. I'm tired of Charles Barkley and Shaq thinking they were the greatest motherfuckers that ever played basketball.
Right.
If he ain't averaging 25 and 25, you didn't average 25 and 25.
Well, aren't they still gonna be part of that? Aren't they at some point still gonna be part of that?
ESPN's gonna bring them on for a couple of nights, their pregame or postgame. Yeah, I don't know why. They should have let that shit show go. And
exactly.
Because come on, guys, I heard this guy on Fox. I brought it up once before. There was this guy on Fox. I forgot who he was. He's the guy that rolls with Colin Cowherd on that Fox show in the morning. And he brought up a point. He said, Colin, do you think Barkley and Shaq actually are hurting the game more than they're helping it with all of the bashing of the players? And I'm in my car and I'm thinking about that shit. I'm like, that's kind of weird, but Shaq got it off the Shaq to the fool for a minute. Right. Barkley with his no English talking ass, and there's poor Kenny Smith sitting there, looking like a fish out of water. And let's be honest, I'm no knock, but what's his name? The other guy, Ernie Johnson. He sounds like he's always narrating the funeral, man. Like where's the casket?
and he never keeps like the peace.
No,
everybody talking, everybody joking.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like I get it, man.
Out their name and come on, man.
Yeah.
Hey, plus my girl is going to be running the Amazon portion, so at least we'll have some great eyes.
There you go.
I'm just saying.
There you go. Yeah. I feel you, brother.
Because they done. And then when you even look at the ESPN crew, Kendrick Perkins. I like Malika Andrews. I think she was kind of forced into that shit after the Taylor and forgot the other lady's name.
Oh yeah.
They kind of set ESPN up when they played the race card, and then she bounced, and then Taylor got that big contract from NBC, and ESPN had no choice. They just, here comes this girl who was doing sideline reporting. We'll throw her buddy on there and see how it works out. But then you added the Stephen A's, the Perkins,
whatever.
The what's his name, the old guy, Will Bond, who can't stand, he don't even like ice cream. I mean, this guy he's just like too mad all the time.
Yeah. I used to love Pardon the Interruption.
Me too.
I love Pardon the Interruption.
But when you get these guys on these NBA shows, it's like R always says, this is probably the best show nobody's listening to.
And there you go.
I know damn well, guys, if we was on ESPN with suits and makeup, and we killed all the cursing, and what would separate them from us? Damn sure ain't knowledge.
Nothing. Well, you know what? You know what I'm saying? Like it is just, they trying to go away from. What's the homie that passed from cancer?
Stuart Scott.
Stuart Scott, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
That whole Stuart Scott legacy, right? The people around him, right? They had this very official kind of with sportscasters, right? But we interject, like beer and chips. You know what I'm saying? Like they had this real good way of doing it, and I thought it was a great balance.
Right.
And some of the stories I heard, we won't talk about that shit, but I thought it was a great balance of letting the everyday fan into that side of sports, especially when, again, ESPN is rising, it's becoming something we all just watch. We didn't watch fucking news, right? ABC and we watched ESPN, you know what I'm saying? To get whatever we needed. And it slowly got taken over, them trying to replicate that. I hate to say real shit, right? But it's like the difference between an analytical fan and just a fan who could talk about, a knowledgeable fan. You know what I'm saying? There was I'm trying to watch the game at the same time, y'all. I'm sorry. There was a fine line between trying to watch the game and being an actual fan, and then not trying to sound like you drunk on a bar stool, spitting facts you done heard off of someplace. So I love that.
You remember
era.
when they had Stuart Scott, that young dude Craig Kilborn, with that Jumanji. They was like, they gave you the one thing I always like, besides the catchphrases that Stuart Scott had, smoothing on the other side of the pillow.
Yes.
Kilborn with Jumanji. They gave you the highlights.
Yes, they did.
And they interjected a little bit. It wasn't a whole bunch of jokes and cornball shit. They gave you what you was turning it on for, and then they added a little this and that. Nowadays, man, you got to sift through all this bullshit.
Exactly.
To see a 30-second highlight reel. It just ain't worth it, guys. I can't remember the last time I actually watched ESPN.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't watch that shit. Those guys that you just mentioned, they catered to actual sports fans.
Yes.
I wanted to sit there and watch and listen to the dialogue about their favorite sports, period, bar none.
Yeah.
Now what you got is a bunch of jokesters, a bunch of clowns. That's what it is. And maybe it's me, but I blame this. I call them the microwave generation.
Yeah. We had Chris Berman and linebacker from Denver, Jackson, doing the NFL stuff, and
Tom Jackson, exactly.
And then you had the Dan Patricks and the Keith Overmans, who, as the books tell you, they were running a fucking funny farm, orgy shows, and Bristol. Yeah. The shit was totally out of control. Slowly but surely, they started getting rid of all of them. They brought in the Stuart Scotts, the Craig Kilborns, and but then again, guys, y'all all remember the sports reporters.
Man,
with the real
exactly.
The real guys that wrote stories.
I used to love watching that shit.
Yeah, that was like, you got some real serious insight, man. Where you don't get that no more. You just get a whole bunch of I'm gonna go back and forth. I gotta be right.
And
I yell the loudest.
And honestly, Dom, if even if those shows were on today, I seriously, and I hate to even say this, I seriously doubt people would watch it.
Yeah, you're right.
I seriously doubt people would watch it.
First of all, the sports reporters back then would have been too intellectual for these guys nowadays.
Exactly.
You would have had to actually put your thinking cap on and had to listen to what they were saying.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
there you go. That's what it was.
It was too intellectual. They had all of them. They had all the great writers, Peter Bessie. They had real sports reporters that were on this show one weekend, one day a week, and they just spit facts. They spoke basketball, football, whatever it was. Wiley, God rest his soul, he died so young. He's the one that wrote the book, Why Black Men Tend to Shout.
Right.
And then he did the book with Spike, best seat in the house, about Spike Lee, the Knicks, and Madison Square Garden. Dude died I think he might have been 40. Y'all remember him? He was on the sports reporters, the young black dude.
Of course.
Yeah, he got cancer. He died kind of young. Yeah. But he was the shit. All of them, man. You look back, man. Me and what's the name are good friends because we both are veterans and we keep in touch via text and Twitter. Peter Bessie.
Okay.
Remember Peter Vesey? He used to do the pregame on NBC.
Of course.
You know, me and him would become friends. He's supposed to be coming down here for one of these airborne reunions one day, and we're gonna hook up. And he looked great for his age, guys. But you know, again, those were the guys that just talk sports, man. It wasn't no hieroglyphics and
that was it, Dom.
You know, 25 and 25. And, no, they just talk sports, man.
That's it.
But yeah, God, hopefully, the Knicks got waxed.
Yeah, that's about it. Yep. Got waxed by one of the bottom feeders.
Back to back.
Not back to back. Back to back.
Was that Taj Gibson?
Yeah, he's on Charlotte.
Oh shit!
He got some burn. Fort Green representation. My projects.
I think what's the name sits behind the bench in Charlotte. I watch a lot of their games. Kemba, he's some kind of like, what do they call it?
An ambassador.
Yeah, a Charlotte homer.
Yo, gentlemen, I'm gonna cut this short. Like I said, I didn't
right
think
on time.
Be on tonight. Exactly.
All right.
Live, thank you for joining us tonight. Dom,
yeah, man. Thank you. Yeah, man.
You already know. All right, so we'll do this again next week.
Yes, sir.
And like I said, live. When you get the chance, text me your email address. This way I can directly send you that link, brother. My man.
All right. Yes, sir.
All right, guys.
All right, guys. Have a good night, fellas.
All right, now.
All right.